My name is Christy. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and I recently dropped my phone and broke my pinky toe. I was looking for a way to keep doing exercise, to get my heart rate up even, to do something, because I try to walk and do exercise to keep my joints in place and stable, and if I'm sitting in a chair all day, my lower back starts to ache and sublux and my SC joints don't feel good, and this gets all tight, these hip flexor muscles, and the back of my legs gets weaker because it's being stretched all day while this is being tightened all day. So I don't want to do more chair exercise, which is the only thing I found online. All these videos about chair exercise. I think there's a better way. So here I am showing you how to do a ton of exercises that help combat the effects of gravity from sitting all day, even if you can't walk. So for this, I have this lovely bolster that I got on Amazon. I'm sure you can get it elsewhere, but you get a bolster when you go get a massage or something. Bolster is really great because it's going to take all the weight off of my toe and let my toe kind of just hang over it. So I'm going to have this bolster here. I also have this mat here because I want to make sure that I'm not putting too much pressure on the joints of my hand or my elbow on this floor. And then I have some light weights that I'm going to be using, and a few extra things in case I have time for them up here that I always do. Hand exercises, feet exercises, neck exercises, etc. But I just want to kind of introduce you to something other than chair exercises when you can't walk. So here we go. First, to combat gravity, again, I'm using this bolster to kind of like put my feet over it so my toe is not touching anything. To combat gravity, pushing my spine, compressing my spine, I want to stretch it out. So this is a great way to do it when you can't put your weight on your toes. Put it up here, there's no weight on any of my toes, there it's on that bolster. And I'm just gonna stretch out all of that tension in my back. Just stretch it out, it feels so good. Because when you're sitting all day, your spine is compressed and it just feels great. So there's a lot of exercises you can do in this position. If I squeeze myself back a little bit, I can do back extensions of all kinds. I can do push-ups. If I come forward a little bit, all kinds of push-ups, which is great. Tightening the muscles in my between my scapula. I can come down, do a plank. I can even come all the way out here. It's really mostly on my shins. This plank feels amazing. I can do reaching out. Feels great. I can do little tiny dips of my scapula, all kinds of exercises in this position, and it is all combating the effects of gravity in that chair. I just don't want to compound the effects of the chair. All right, so I'm going to do a lot of exercises that are having my body extend backwards. Then I'm going to do some exercises, and this is the wrong angle, some exercises in which, there we go, I am using my legs here. So I'm going to do some abduction exercises, tightening my glutes, using all of these muscles in my legs. I can go the other way. I can put this leg over here and do some adduction exercises. And having it over the edge allows a little bit more range of motion, and also a little bit extends the lever so there's more gravity working on my leg there. It feels so good. I miss walking, and it's only been 24 hours, and I'm like, that feels great. So you want to repeat everything that you do on one side on the other side. So you're going to want to do the leg extensions here as well. And you're going to want to do one leg over the other, do that adduction, moving towards the inside of your body. Then you can do all kinds of, I'm going to support my neck here, all kinds of marching exercises. And again, I like to do this on a mattress as long as I have some stability for my back, because I want this range of motion here. I can't walk right now because of my foot, but I can do this. Yeah, maybe I actually feel like I need to have something more under my back or a harder surface when I'm doing this. So this mat that I've made bigger, I put a twin mattress and then some huge topping on top. I might just put something a little bit like a towel or something harder under my back to do this, but you've got all this range of motion when you move this way, which I'm not getting because I'm not able to walk right now, so that's great. So I've worked every single angle. I'm going to, this will do, put a pillow between my legs. I'm gonna squeeze them in. Again, I don't really have any weight going through my feet there. They're not really, they're just kind of resting. I'm gonna squeeze them in at this angle. I'm gonna pull it in, and this is, again, I need a harder surface for my back here. I'm just gonna come down onto this. I'm gonna pull it in, 90-degree angle, and squeeze up here too. So when you squeeze while it's down, you're working different muscles, than at every point that you squeeze, you can feel it kind of moving up into your abdomen. So you're tightening all these muscles, but also the back muscles. So it's kind of like a, oh, it feels really good. And you can do this the other way too, from the bed. Ease them onto this bed. I can put this between my legs, flip over, and do it this way. So I'm squeezing as I'm extending, working my glutes, really fighting the effects of sitting in that chair. I also don't have to just squeeze between my my hamstrings. I can move the weight down and I can squeeze here. So I'm working, and again, you can do both sides this way, or I can do it from the mat, reaching out this way. And that just feels amazing. You can really get your heart rate up this way. Now, as far as weights, I haven't really found a way to keep lifting weights the way that I was, like this, because it puts so much pressure on my lower back. It does not feel good. But I have found that if I lay down, I can do exercises that are sideways, like lateral exercises, or I can do exercises that are overhead, like on this, and that feels good. So I've got these 5-pound weights, which are less than I normally use, but because of the situation I'm in, that's what we're using. And again, I'm going to use this bolster to put it under my, feet, so my feet are not extending at all, like where my toes are not touching the mat at all. And you can use weights or you don't have to use weights, but you're just kind of going up like this. And you kind of got to find the surface that works for you. I made this bigger so I have more range of motion for some of my exercises, but then you lose some of the stability. So you don't want to, do some exercises like lower back stuff on a surface that's not stable enough. But anyway, this is how I've gotten my heart rate up, and I've really been able to do some exercise and maintain some, cardio without being able to use my toe. So there's a lot of other things you can do here, but I think the idea for me being, I want to work against gravity. I want to do a lot of stuff that has my back fighting gravity this way, because I'm all day sitting doing it the other way. And then I also want to make sure that I use this on my neck to really stretch my neck out. So to use that guy, you just kind of lay down on it this way. Put it under your neck. And sometimes I even push a little bit to like work the muscles into that arch. But you just want to really focus on keeping that arch, especially if you're sitting all day. Oh, it feels great. I'm even gonna tighten my scapula into that. It feels great. The other thing that I found helpful is the couch, because it allows this swinging motion here. So in the couch, this is the one use I have found for the chair, I can move like this, and I can do exercises to the back or the front of my body. I can even, I was doing kickboxing exercises, and I can't really, you can't like do all of your kicking. I mean, on one foot I can, on the other foot I can't, but I can put my my knee down on this, and I try not to like put too much pressure on the knee itself. That's not gonna work. Let's use this guy here. There we go. And I can still do some of those exercises. So you really just gotta find what works for you, but I'm done with the chair exercises. That's what works for me.